AED, or an automatic external defibrillator, is a Red Cross device that is left in places like a school so that in the state of emergency, you can use one to possibly save someone's life. It's used to help someone who has heart trouble, and if you were to find them unconscious, you could use the AED to help save their life. So let's say you're walking around St. Mary's one day, and you come across Miss Robb, who has fallen down the stairs and is lying on the ground. What would you do? If you check the person and determine that they are unconscious, the most important thing you can do is to call 911 immediately. While you wait for the paramedics to arrive, you should try to prolong that person's chances of survival as much as you can. One way to do this is with an AED paired with CPR as well. The situation is going to be scary regardless, but this can help to make the situation feel more in your control. First, before you perform any care, you need to check and see if the scene is safe. Once you've scanned the scene and seen that you are not in danger, you can go over to the person and check and see if they are conscious.
Miss Rob, are you okay?
If they appear to be unconscious, you should listen for breathing for 10 whole seconds.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
If you determine that they are not breathing, then you need to do two things. You need to get someone to call 911 and send someone to go get an AED.
You get an AED, you call 911 now. Thank you.
Once the AED gets here, you should turn it on immediately. And listen exactly to the directions it gives you.
Attach pads firmly to person's chest and shoulder. Plug in connector. Check connector and pads. Analyzing reading. Everyone stand clear.
Stay clear, everyone.
Shock advised. Charging. Everyone stand clear. Everyone stand clear. Push the shock button. Shock delivered. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
So let's take a closer look at what we just did without the AED on. So when you get the AED, you immediately want to turn it on, and then don't actually press it. Oh. So let's take a closer look at what we just did. Before you can even put the AED on, you need to remove all the clothing from the person's chest. If the clothing is hard to get off, you may need to use scissors, which each AED kit comes with. Or if a man has a particularly hairy chest, you may need to use a razor to shave off the hair, or you can use the AED pads to stick to the hair and rip it off. That way the area is clear to use the AED pads. Then, looking closer at the pads, there are 2 pads and they go on different sections of the chest. One will go on the upper area of the chest, and then one will go below on the other side. And this is a training device, so the pads aren't very sticky, but using a real AED, the pads will stick really, really well.
So, even if the person is conscious, leave the pads on so the AED can analyze the heart rhythm. So if anything bad happens again, it'll save the person.
So if you're dealing with a small child or a kid instead of an adult, then you have to adjust the pads, because if they're touching on the person's chest, if they're too close and you put them on in positions, then that means that the shock isn't going to work if they're touching. So if it's a small kid, or if they're too small to have the pads like that, then you put one on their chest in the front like normal, but then you also put one on their back. And then the shock can be delivered the right way.
Remember, the AED is your best friend.